Hello, puppies and kittens. On my series, Why Do You Believe? The idea generally is that I argue with people that I think disagree with me, and I try to reason with them. And I always keep the expectation that it's possible that they might change my mind too, if there was any truth to what they're doing. And so far, to the best of my memory, that's only happened once. For example, I had somebody on who was promoting Marxism, and despite how, like, every creationist ever thinks that I'm a Marxist, no, it turns out I'm not. And the Marxist failed to convince me to join his side of the team. However, when it came to nihilism, I was rather surprised when somebody gives me the basic rundown of what a nihilist is, and I realized, well, that actually does apply to me, and it's not the negative connotation that I thought it was. So I'm speaking with that guy now, the one guy who managed to change my mind about that. And I haven't advertised that I'm a nihilist because every time I use a label at all, nobody knows what the fuck the label means. So that it's pointless. I have to describe my position rather than give a label to it because everybody has their own definition of what they think the label means. So, Niall.
Hello.
Let's see how much of a moral monster you are. Criticizing God for being a moral monster. If you had the choice, you were given the option, you could go back in time and prevent the two bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki from ever happening. If you could see those kids who would die, if you could see those kids dying, and you can press a button, and that bomb would never had been dropped. But because the bombs were never dropped, we lost a million U.S. soldiers. And one of those U.S. soldiers who was killed was, say, your granddaddy or great-grandpa. And because this U.S. soldier was killed, you were never, ever, ever, ever born. And you press this button, and those Japanese kids are saved, but you and a shitload of other people cease to exist. Well. Was it worth it to commit suicide? Save a bunch of nameless, faceless children. Once you kill yourself, you can't undo it. You can't say, "Oh, I fucked up. I want to undo what I did." Once you kill yourself, it's over forever. You ain't coming back. Not only did you kill yourself by pressing that button and saving those Japanese kids, you killed a shitload of other people so that they were never born. You genocidal freak! You moral monster. They wanted to be born, but they were not born because you pressed the button. And those Japanese little innocent kids are going to grow up, maybe win the war, hate Americans. Was it worth it, bitch? Killing your own kind to save a nation that hates you? No, my tribe comes first. No, I come first. Then my family comes next. Then my tribe comes next. Just as long as I get my private property, no one fucks with my private property. Because my private property will never stab me in the back. My private property will always be there for me. My private property will never tell me I'm too busy. I can't talk to you. I can't entertain you today. But people can. They may be little children, innocent children, harmless children, cute children, loving children today. But they're also vipers in diapers. Tomorrow they may be murderers. They may be juvenile delinquents. They may be evil people. So when you give your life to save the life of a child, for all you know, you're saving a viper in diaper. Is it worth it? Now you don't get to live anymore. Now you don't get to eat pizza anymore. Now you don't get to drink coffee no more. Now you don't get to get drunk on the weekend anymore. Now you go get the experience, the ecstasy of fucking. Was it worth it? Was it fucking worth it? Now you don't get to accomplish your goals. You just killed yourself. You moral fucking prude. You square. You chump. You loser. Fuck that shit. You got a lovely wife. You love her to death. She loves you. You are perfect for one another. You fit each other like you're really one person for the love you have to each other. But you're going back in time and stopping the 2 bombs dropped on Japan would kill the grandfather of your lovely wife. And you press the button. You go back to your life. The bombs were never dropped on Japan. Those little innocent children got to live. But your wife never got to be born because her grandfather was killed. So you go back home and you don't have your wife or any kids anymore. Congratulations, you homicidal bastard. You just killed your wife and kids, your loving wife. You murderer. She was alive and well, but you went back in time and pressed the button so that all those Japanese nameless, faceless kids didn't have to die in the atomic explosion. But in doing so, the grandpa of your wife was killed, so your wife was never born and your children were never born. Was it worth it, bitch? You lost your kids and wife. And you killed them, you murderer! You homicidal freak! Make Ted Bundy look good. He never killed his family. Would you choose to keep the 2 bombs from being dropped in either scenario? Because if you would, you're a chump. I'm glad the bombs were dropped because, hey, what if my dad or granddaddy had been killed before I had been born and I never got to live this wonderful life? Don't ever ask me to choose between me or someone else. You'll lose. Every time. I love myself first. Then I love others. I want to love others, but nobody's really loving me, so why the hell should I love people who don't love me? Either way, what about the men U.S. soldiers who got killed because we had to go invade Japan to finally win this bitch war? You are responsible for their deaths, you moral monster. But if you choose to let the bomb be dropped so that you could live, or your lovely wife, you're a fucking moral monster. Either way, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So what do? Just curl up in a ball and let whatever happened happen so that you can wash your hands clean? Hey, well, you could have prevented it or caused it. Either way, sometimes by your inaction, you do the most direful, doleful, evil actions. By your inaction. So you got no choice. You made a decision. You already have. You filthy child murdering, worse than Jeffrey Dahmer ever dared to be. Worse than any child molester. At least child molesters don't kill their kids. So, it's damned if you. Either way, you're gonna end up a fucking murderer. It's just, what type of murder? Do you want to be a worse murderer or not so worse murderer? Gray areas is not just black and white. Gray areas where white areas and black areas overlap. Where no matter what you do, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So just do what makes you feel good. If it feels good, do it, because you only live once. Make the most of your life, and if anybody gets you in the way, you step on their fucking head off to the top. Let's say I'm going to heaven forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And everybody else is going to hell forever and ever. But I can press this button right here, and there will be no afterlife. Nobody will have to go to hell, but I won't go to heaven. Would I press that button? You better fucking go somewhere. It's the biological drive to live. Life is driven to live for as long as possible and as happy as possible. Death is the enemy. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give up my eternal life just because a few other people fucking missed a boat. I'll hate it for you. I'll cry and weep. But the pain of me going out of existence, the terror of death being the end, outweighs the pain of everyone else burning forever and ever and ever and ever. That's just the way it is. Deal with it. Look, don't ever ask me to choose between me or anybody else. You'll lose. Every time.
Love me, but instead you stood above, you spit me out, you kicked me down. I hate you, never love me.